So far, you've set up the scene for Choose an Adventure with several adventure options. Next, we need to examine the user's input to determine which option they chose. We'll do this using a switch statement. Hi, I'm Annette Gotland. I'm the author of the Do-It-Yourself Java Games books. I teach Java programming through creating games. Welcome to the video version of my books. We're currently in the Text Games video series, TG, the first of 4 types of games series. The focus of this series is to cover the fundamentals of Java programming. No programming experience is required. You'll learn how, when, and why Java programs are written the way they are. This series has 16 projects. We're currently working on the 6th project, TG6, Choose an Adventure. In this project, we'll create a program for an adventure story where the reader chooses what should happen next, as shown here. This is lesson TG6.2, where you'll learn how to use switch statements. At the end of lesson 6.1, we printed a list of options asking the user if he should A, go up the hill, B, check out the cottage, or C, plant the beans. So let's start by getting a response from the user. Get input from the user. Pause the video if you need more time in any of these exercises. If you want to see how I would complete any of the listings, please refer to the completed listings at the end of this video. Get input from the user and put their answer into a string named choice. Hint: go back to lesson TG 4.1 if you don't know how to print a prompt, then wait for the user to enter input. Run it. What happened? It should print a story in the options, then wait for you to enter some input. However, entering an option simply shows what the user entered, but nothing more. You could write a long if statement to check if choice is equal to A, do something, else if choice is equal to B, do something else if choice is equal to C, do something different. However, there's another type of Java code that checks if a value is equal to one of several choices. It's called a switch statement. A switch statement lets you run a different block of code for each expected value of the variable. The usual switch statement looks like this. Put the variable to be checked for the different values in the switch parentheses. Create one case for each expected value. Each case must have a different string value. Place one or more lines of code after the colon to be run when the variable has a value of that case. Put a break statement at the end of the code for that case. Note the curly brackets surround everything from the first line of the switch statement down past the last break statement. For example, if you're expecting a value of yes, no, or maybe for a string named reply, fill in the details of the switch statement like this. Use switch reply and create case yes, case no, and case maybe. Let's add a switch statement so we can easily check the choice the user made. For now, we'll just print a statement to confirm the choice the user made. Exercise 2. Add a switch statement and confirm the choice. Add a switch statement based on choice to print going up the hill if the user enters A, print checking the cottage if the user enters B, and print planting beans if the user enters C. Run it. What happened? It should have printed the appropriate messages for entering A, B, or C. You might have noticed that if you entered anything other than lowercase a, b, or c, the program will not print anything. We'll correct that in the next lesson. Key points and more, switch statements. Use a switch statement to run different code for each expected value of a variable. A typical switch statement has a switch variable that can have one of several different values, a case value for each expected value, one or more lines of code for each case value, and a break statement at the end of each case's code to cause the code to skip to the end of the switch statement. A switch statement will run the code whose case value matches the value of the switch variable. If the switch variable is a string, all case values should be surrounded with quotation marks. We'll discuss other variable types in future lessons. Here are the completed listings for all the exercises in this video. This is the end of the second lesson in the Choose an Adventure project. Your program should now print a message to confirm which of the 3 available options the user selected. In the next lessons, you'll add more detailed information and new options to display when any of the 3 options is chosen. To accomplish this, you'll create new methods, named blocks of code, designed to accomplish a specific task.